Hello everyone, welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is Michael from the Trading Institutional Order Flow. I'm AKT on there. I thought I'd do a quick video today just to address a question I had recently about top-down analysis from one of my compatriots on the thread, um, because that's really a very big foundation for trading the way that I do with supply and demand. I look at multiple time frames to make my trading decisions. So I'm going to run through a couple of charts, the US dollar and the New Zealand dollar, just as an example to help that person with their understanding, and obviously to help everyone else who watches the video who's interested at all in this methodology. I just also wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been participating on the thread. It's been very useful. I'm sure it's helping people. There are a lot of people who look at the thread who are learning from it, not necessarily contributing. Please speak up. People will help you if you ask for the help. And so yeah, contribute, chat, participate. Okay, so let's go quickly now, so we don't have a very long video, to the US dollar. I always start from the top, so it's a top-down analysis looking at making trading decisions. So looking for the levels that I think would be key going into the next few months. I'm looking at these two levels, and there's obviously this level here above as well, but we're not that close to it yet, and we're going to need to get through this to get there. We're seeing the US dollar rallying in the last month, since pretty much the beginning of October. I'm watching this base. This base might end up being another level, but it's not fully formed yet because we don't have the close of the monthly candle yet. So for now, these are the two areas that I am really interested in for the US dollar in terms of the big picture. Okay, so we're looking at supply above, demand below. We're obviously closer to supply than we are demand, and this will obviously cause issues for the other major currencies. In fact, this is the more accurate way. I think I would draw it like that. So we're really at supply now. It's interesting. We'll continue watching to see what the dollar does. And if we go to the weekly chart, we can see that the momentum has been to the upside, and the trend as well, and we're looking at it. We're coming up into all this area which has been tested before. As we can see here, this is the area that I refer to. It's been tested once already with this first penetration, and now, as we would expect, prices have gone deeper into it because of the first test. So it'll be interesting. We'll be watching the US dollar, because if we have weakness in this, we're likely to have strength in the euro and the Canadian and New Zealand, the other major currencies. At the moment, we have this area on the weekly, which is somewhere to watch as well if we do get a pullback. For those of you that are trading the weekly, daily, 4-hour sequences, this would be an area to watch as well. And you have inside the monthly, you have this area already as well. So you have these two areas. If I take out the monthly lines, just so you don't get confused, these are the two weekly areas that we're looking at on the dollar. So that's the dollar analysis. We have price into monthly, and we now have weekly, fresh weekly supply and fresh weekly demand. So we're looking to see what happens to the dollar at these levels. If we start getting a turn, we will be looking at the majors to see if we can get long on the other pairs, the euro, the New Zealand. Maybe not the pound, because there isn't really anything great on there in terms of levels, but we'll be watching the other majors. Okay, all right, so let's quickly go to the New Zealand. because I wanted to point something out to you. The New Zealand has, as always, as we start with our top-down analysis, we start with the monthly. So obviously everyone's been watching these two levels, at least everyone in my community, in my team have been watching. We've been watching these, and then I think we've posted these analyses in the on the forum already. So people, we've hit monthly supply, we're coming down. What I see, and it's not really a great level, but I suppose we should put it in, is this level here, for demand. So where we've hit supply, we've already started coming down. Let's see what we're looking at on the weekly, and here we have it. We've seen the the break in the momentum on the weekly, where we've now created a new supply zone on the weekly as well. So we have a weekly supply zone close to that monthly supply zone, which is this one and this one above it, and we have room to go to these levels down in here. Not really keen on this one, but it's still a level to have on the chart, and then into the monthly level down in here. So again, for the person trading the weekly, daily, 4-hour, or even someone trading the monthly, weekly, daily, these are the areas to watch. And when you go down to the daily, just keeping the lines on the chart, you'll see that we have a couple of interesting levels. We have this one on top here, and also now we have this little area here. So we have levels at which we might want to consider shorting. The nearest, I suppose, demand to watch out for is down in here for the profit margins. I think this one's a bit, it's tested a bit, but I suppose because it's still one also to watch out for. So these are the levels on the daily chart that I'm watching. We're currently in a sort of very large zone right now, which is why we're seeing prices being held up. If we get a rally from here into any one of these two, we'll be looking for opportunities. I'm not saying, please understand, I'm not saying you should short this. I'm just saying these are the areas that we will be looking at to participate. That's for me and the gang, not advocating anybody short this or put your money. Do your due diligence. Don't believe a word I say. Do not believe a word I say. This is just my analysis, my thoughts, what I see. Okay. Well, I hope that helps a bit in understanding multiple time frame analysis and how we go down from the big picture to the smaller time frames, and how we put all the pieces together. Again, remember, the thread is free. There's no charge. It's a very, I value it a lot, because I know people put a lot of time and effort in putting their ideas out there and putting themselves on the line. So really grateful to everyone participating. Thank you all again. Speak soon. Bye bye.